Harihi Om. Today, our next journey of Vedanta will be starting. Firstly, we completed the definitions of Vedanta based on Tattva Bodha. Then we completed the Vedanta in a nutshell. From today, we will start the concept of Vedanta based on Atma Bodha. A lot of new ideas will be introduced over here and which will be analyzed. Which will help us to analyze also that we are here, think about life. Why do we do what we do? क्यों हम लोग सब कुछ करते हैं? Like why we go to school? To get knowledge, study well. But what will happen? Then after school we will get a chance in a very good college. Then what will happen? I will get a high paid salary job. Means everything is for the pursuit of earning money from our childhood. Artha Purushartha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But from our beginning of our life, we prepare ourselves for Artha Purushartha. So when we will get a high paid salary, what will happen? It is assumed that I will be secured in life. I can gather a lot of objects in my life. So, Artha Purushartha for Kama Purushartha. So, for Kama Purushartha and Artha Purushartha, we do everything from childhood to pursuit of gathering desired objects. A lot of cities are there where people live with a lot of comfort. In the same city, a lot of people are there with less comfort. In whole world, some cities are very, very famous, like New York, Tokyo. Just see the rate of suicide over there. Why does it happen? Actually, the discomfort is not by their choice always. They are bound to live in this situation according to the situation. Means if within a city, if there is so much diversity with a lot of poverty and with a lot of comfort, so if there is a lot of diversity in this city, then what will happen for the whole universe? Then logically coming to a decision, with the experience, and this is called inference. Likewise, in case of intelligence, there are many varieties. Why? Again, introduction. As we can think in this light of thought throughout my life. Because when we are student, we think, why can't I do? Why? Then when I am a parent, I think Mr. X son is like that. Why my son is like that? There is differences. There are differences in intelligence also, not only the physical thing. So first, there is a basic enjoyment, like I will eat only rice or bread or chapati. Then we improve our enjoyment. Actually, this is improving of level of enjoyment through improvement of experience. Our level of experience can be divided into two parts. So, what are they? By the improvement of experiencer and by the improvement of object of experience or experienced. So if I want to do bhoga for a long years, I have to live a disciplined life. There is no other way. So what I do exercise and everything. But these are not bad, doing exercise and all those things. But these things should not be the goal of our life. And that's not a good goal also. We strive to develop, to improve actually our Annamaya and Pranamaya kosha. And for that we do regular pranam. An aspirant, a sadhaka also do pranayama. But he has different pursuit. In general, we use specs, glasses, hearing aid. We do teeth replacement. Why? As we can enjoy more and more and more. Clear? We do join into the meditation course and we impel our children to do meditation course. Why? As we can enjoy more, as I can, uh, how I can become a big enjoyer, bhogi. So that meditation has not the goal to realize aham brahmasmi, I am that Brahman. That is not the goal. So that is the gross people. Maybe they are higher in the office or anything else, that different issue, but intellectually they are grosser. Who are little bit more intelligent, their enjoyment is more subtle. They trigger in economics, world politics. They are not become happy in general, gross things. We do home replacement, home improvement, and sometimes location improvement also. But among them, some people, very less people, ask themselves, is there anything else, any mode of entertainment, enjoyment beyond it? What is the basis of that enjoyment? So Shastra says, Atindriya Vishaye Veda Pramanyam. What is beyond the scope of sense organs, there Veda is the ultimatum. Then what Veda says, they start doing. They realize that we have to die. But after death, I have to secure my life. I have to go to the heaven, not to the hell. And not only going to the heaven, I have to secure my all enjoyments and comforts over there. And how we will live there? In an unlimited quantity, we want to get everything else. So we start doing Vedic rituals. So everything is not only for going to Swarga, but unlimited Sukham, to get unlimited Sukham after death. But the fire ritual or Yajna or Agni Hotradi karma, you are eligible only if you are married, otherwise not. Then only you are allowed. And there, what about the husband will do? His only merits portion, the husband's merits, 50% will go to his wife. And demerits will be with the husband. But the wife's merits will remain with the wives. This is the Vedic decision. So here we use credit card, and in heaven we use merit card. But always remember, after death also, wherever we go, in Swarga or any other higher lokas, we carry our Sukshma Sharira, means Kama, Krodha, Raga, Dvesha, all jealousy, desires, lust, likes and dislikes, everything. So there, when we start our enjoyment, we forget that when the limit will be exceeded, again we have to come back. And it is not guaranteed that I will come back in a human form. Okay. So that is the thing. Now, who are really Sukshma Buddhi Sampanna, endowed with very subtle intelligence, they think in that way. If you have pen or pencil, please note down, because I will use this throughout the text. That all the enjoyments, there are 6 defects. All the enjoyments have 6 defects. What is? First is association with pain, or AP. Okay. Second one is association with temporariness, AT. Third one is causes dependence, or CD. AP, AT, CD. Fourth one is drains indriyas. means sense organs, the power of sense organs, capacity of sense organs. Fifth one, fourth one was DI, drainage of indriyas. Fifth one is dissatisfaction guaranteed. At the end, dissatisfaction guaranteed, DG. And sixth one is relative importance. Sixth one is relative importance or RI. So AP, AT, CD, DI, DG, RI. Clear? So we should think of it throughout our life when we will start enjoyment or we will strive for enjoyment. These 6 factors are there. Each and every human being finds happiness from every object and try to increase the experience. The purpose of their ritualistic actions, previously it was artha, more wealth, more desire, more sensual pleasure, physical and sensual pleasure, here and hereafter. But I will discuss now about the 6 defects. First one was association with pain. Dukkha misritvam bhoga. Association with pain. So there is a notion of enjoyment. That we are enjoying. But if we start analyzing, the starting and ending of any enjoyment is dukkham only. Sorrow, 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 sorrow. That is why Buddhism is so popular in the whole world. Dukkham, dukkham, sarvam, dukkham. Everything is covered with dukkham only, sorrow only. What about the pleasurous things? What we need? We need to earn money before. Then I have to accumulate it, gather it day by day. Then I have to spend it for acquiring the sukha vastu, sukha samakri. So it's a famous verse. Artha uparjane dukkha, sanchaye dukkha, vyaye dukkham. In earning money, there is dukkham, sorrow. Where you will save this money, dukkham. We become little bit greedy. Someone will give me 10 times, 10%, 12%, 24% interest, and we invest there our maximum amount of gathered money. And at the end of the year, when we open up our newspaper and saw it's a cheat fund, whole money gone. Sanchaya dukkham. And vyaya dukkham. We know very well who resides in Bengal. I don't know. In other states also same thing happened or not. So, worldly bhoga is like eating pineapple with the skin. Eating pineapple with the skin. Just think. Then temporariness causes temporariness or impermanence. Second point. Anityatvam. Anityatvam. Then only I am a sadhaka or spiritual aspirant when we will be habituated to see impermanence in everywhere except Brahman. Our body is anitya, impermanent. So the sukham, the happiness comes out of this body cannot be nityam or eternal. Everything in this world is impermanent, including relationship also. Sukham or happiness or pleasure due to enjoyment. Suppose food, sweet, and someone is diabetic. So, just someone is diabetic, suppose. So the taste remains in 2.5 inches, even not. And after that, it's pain only. So the thing is, the bhoga, the enjoyment in heaven also impermanent. Why? Because I have attained this bhoga by performing impermanent karma. So how impermanent karma will produce eternal sukham, eternal happiness or pleasure? Yat yat karma phalam tat sarvam anityam, Upanishad says. Yat yat karma phalam tat sarvam anityam. Wherever the karma phalam, the result of action, it is impermanent. It is temporary. Maybe the time span varies. The longer time span, we consider it as eternal. I only get what I deserve. But what I desire, I don't get. Everything in this creation is temporary, including the position of Brahmaji, the creator, or the presiding deity of our intelligence. Now the third one causes dependence, or in Sanskrit it is bandhakatvam. They create bondages. What about the things comes new in our life? First, it comes as a luxury, then as comfort, then it becomes apariharya or necessity for us. There is a famous proverb in English, if you sweat in peace, there will be less bleed when it is war. If you sweat in peace, there will be less bleed when it is war. In your relaxed time, if you strive hard, struggle hard, then when the adverse situation will come to you, you can smoothly cross that hurdles. You can be able to cool. Why fasting when living in the ashram? Fasting is done as mind gets training that without food I am okay. If you study the psychology, you can understand the hunger we feel, the bodily requirement is very less. All our hunger is created by our mind. Our bodily requirement is very less. So fasting means we train our mind. And for monastics, for sadhu, for brahmachari, that fasting is very, very required, very important, because every day they won't get food, maybe or may not be. Austerity is required to train our mind that without enjoyment also I am okay. Okay. Now fourth one, drainage of instrument. What is the Sanskrit terminology? Indriyanam jirnatvam. Indriyanam jirnatvam. Sense organs will become weaken and weaken as we will use it. Whether we are consuming food or food is consuming us, we have to think of it. Whether we are consuming food or food is consuming us. Because as long as we will eat, as much as we will eat, our all internal organs have to work hard. And it will start decaying. Now fifth one, dissatisfaction guaranteed. What is the Sanskrit terminology? Atriptikaratvam. Tripti is contentment. Atripti is discontentment. If any product here in this world, it is written that satisfaction guaranteed. And if you go on using and using, once you will be lost this satisfaction. Suppose we like sweets, but who works in the sweet shop? One day they become bored with that. So that is the thing. We have to learn when we have to tell that enough. Not out of boringness, out of intellectual analysis, that enough. We don't know where to say enough, when to say enough. That is the main thing. If I am satisfied in one thing, we will not find the second one. Okay. Then sixth one, I am not explaining too much because I have explained everything in our 2 classes. So here we will be in little bit faster pace. Then the sixth one is relative importance. The Sanskrit terminology is sapeksha sukham. In this world, nothing is nirapeksha or absolute. Every sukham, every pleasure is sapeksha, relative. What about in this world? What is important to me right now? It is on the basis of, it is in the basis of time, relation with the time. Suppose in our childhood, what we used to pay more importance, when we are grown up, we lose their importance. But on that time, it gave me sukham. But right now, it is not. And it depends on place to place. Suppose I'm in Canada right now. It is chilled cold. So all my winter gadgets like cap, you know, uh, feather jacket, gloves, everything gives me comfort. But at the same time, if you are told to wear in Chennai, will it be sukhakaram? Will it be pleasurous to you? Will you like that? So, suppose it in December, last end of December, what is giving me sukham in one place, the same thing at the same time is the matter of dukkham in another place. So what was important, necessary things in one place, in another place it is less important. That is our samsara. Samsara is relatively important. One day the son, mom, what I will eat, what I will wear, what I don't. The day he gets married, then wife, what I will wear. So mother, in general case, it should not be. But you know everything. Mother loses her importance. In my college life, I went to attend one of my friend's marriage, you know. So here in Indian culture, as Indian culture, that girls come to husband's place. And the girl was so attached. You know, literally when in the next day of marriage, the car was ready and everyone was about to come to boy's house, the girl started screaming. I have never seen. She was fainted many times, you know. And lastly, as people do kidnap, some people just carried her, put her into the car and locked the door. As the girls can and the whole road like someone has died in in her family. Believe me, it's my experience, I'm telling. After 1 month in some work, I went to that friend's house. And the friend was in hurry about to go to the office. And his wife was screaming, was cooking something else. And the call came from her mother. And my friend picked up the phone and told her that in any name that your mom is calling. Believe me, I heard in my own ears. It's my experience. And she told, oh, Hope, please keep up the phone and tell I am very busy. I have no time right now. Whenever I will be free, I will call. So that is a relative importance. I was stunned. And I started Vedanta studies while I was in student life. So everywhere I used to see what is the use of this samsara. And I started remembering those days. So that is the relative importance. So, but we need nitya sukham, eternal happiness, that happiness which should be effortless, which will give total contentment, and it should be independent or niropeksha, and that is moksha only. Without moksha, it's not possible. We need some husband who will never fight, who will be very much like paid to the wife. What about wife will say, husband will do, never fight, never argue, always gives gifts and everything else. And the husband also needs the same kind of wife. They never exist. It's all in our imagination. Nirapeksha Sukham is only possible in moksha. But nowadays what has happened? The remote control of our happiness are in the objects. But the Sukham should not be neither in objects, nor in person, nor in action. Without Atma Sukham, the Sukham comes out of Atma, and as long as it is not realized or understood properly, permanent Sukham is not possible. Now the question is, if I am, and Vedanta says, you are the source of that Sukham. You are Sukha Swarupa. You are that eternal happiness, eternal bliss. You are the source of every Sukham, every bliss. Now the question is, why we can't understand? Why we can't understand that? Because of mainly three reasons. First one is impurity of mind. Second one is, impurity of mind means chittamala. Second one is distraction or disturbances of mind, or which you call vikshepa. And third one is covering of truth, avarana. So tomorrow we will elaborate it. Hari Om Tat Sat.